Hey guys, so today I'm showing you guys off this Purrely Orcust list. So surprisingly, this works. And technically, something like a Kishtira like Purrely probably does work, but I mean, but why would you, right? It would not be as consistent as like Purrely Orcust. So the thing about this list is that although right now it doesn't look super impressive, I'll show you guys. So I think I was meant to like adjust the extra deck, but I never got around to doing it, but whatever. So first things first is if we are only running Purrely, and I don't really know if it's worth running Purrely. Like maybe like one of Purrely is fine, but we're running a lot of Orchid stuff. I think for consistency reason, just running one Purrely is fine, and if we special summon multiple Purrely, we can just use the other two Purrelys to make Ensemblu Robin, and then this has the effect of if your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can detach one material from this card, then target one of those special summon monsters, return it to the hand, and there's no hard ones to return on this, so it's just compulse 2, essentially. So that's why that's there. So if we do a little hand testy here, we have a Purrely, and this can be our normal summon, that's fine, right? So here we need a card on the field to choose, and until the end of the next turn, the first time it would be destroyed by card effect, it is not destroyed. After choosing a card, then you can apply the following effect, discard a card, and if you do, special summon a level 1 Purrely monster from your deck, which this is, right? So we would also have the option of Purrely Pretty Memory if we want to use this instead, but when we summon Purrely, we'll be able to add a copy of, let's see, I'm pretty sure it's in here, right? Unless I'm dumb. Oh, okay, here we go. My Friend Purrely, and then you can use My Friend Purrely to add another spell trap, right? So you can add one of the, My Friend Purrely cards, or what? No, wait. You reveal 3 Purrely cards, and then you add one, basically, but you can pick the same one. So in this case, let's say we want Delicious Memory, right? We would reveal 3 Delicious Memory, and then our opponent would pick one. All of them are Delicious Memory, so it doesn't really matter. So then, boom, Delicious Memory is now in our hand, so we can use either like Purrely Pretty Memory or Purrely Delicious Memory in order to summon a copy of Purrely. And we have not yet activated the effect here of you can target a purely quick play spell in your graveyard. Special summon one XYZ monster from your extra deck that mentions that card by using this card you control as material. And if you do, attach that spell to the summon monster. So here, in this case, we'll probably have 2 different spells in our graveyard, right? And then we'll activate also the third one, actually. So I think we go through all 3 if we add Purrely Delicious Memory off of My Friend. So then we just need to simply use Purrely's effect to special summon an XYZ monster from your extra deck that mentions that card, right? So this targets a Purrely quick play spell in your graveyard. Special summon one XYZ monster from your extra deck that mentions that card by using this card you control as material. And we only have 1 Purrely left over, so we don't have enough to make like Ensemblu in this hand as it happens. So instead, we can just use it as link material for like a Galatea. But anyways, we can use this to summon Purrely Plump, Beauty, or Happiness. In this case, I would go with, I don't know, probably just go with Plump. And then Plump gets Purrely attached onto it, and it also has, let's see, it should have Delicious Memories, and then Purrely Pretty Memory and Happy Memory are in the graveyard. So we're 1 short, I think, right? Is that how it goes? Let's see. When you activate a Purrely quick play spell card, and attach that card on the field to this card as material. Wait, this is Ignition, so no. We just simply do this in a different order, right? Yeah, I think we can we? No. If we want to go into this one, I don't think we can. But, let's see. Purrely Plump. Target 2, attached to, how many are we at? 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. We're 1 short of being able to go into X Purrely Noir here, right? Unless I'm missing something. When you activate a Purrely quick play spell card, you can attach that card on the field to this card as material. So we don't have one of those this turn, but I guess we could get one next turn, right? I suppose that's fine. So then I guess we can activate, I guess, Orcust Nightmare, targeting this, and then just go through our like line, and we have like Galatea, Dingirsu, whatever. Depends kind of how far we want to go. I can still change up the extra deck a bit, but whatever. And we have Imperm as well. Going second, we have like a really big Zeus play using the Purrely stuff as well. So Purrely Plump here, having 4 materials, and then Downward Zeus would give us 6 material Zeus, and then we can play around with our Orcust stuff as well. And even if we were to like Zeus or away our Orchestrated Babel, we can reset this the next turn. So that goes pretty hard this hand, I guess. And then this hand as well. So we didn't open any of the Purrely cards, but we still opened our like Orcust card. So here we can just normal summon Gyusu and then do our line. I think I should have put in what like a one of here in this list, but I kind of forgot to. The like draw 2, would that draw 2 have done anything? Not really, actually. I mean, my friend Purrely is fine, right? In face of Purrely XYZ monster you control leaves the field. Oh, wait. If our like, because we do have my friend Purrely in that last hand, if Purrely Plump is removed by our opponent's card, we would add back all 3 of our quick play spells. We would add back Delicious Memory, Happy Memory, and then Pretty Memory, and then we would be able to pay 500 again to reveal 3 Purrely cards. Interesting. So I'm thinking like maybe we cut, I don't know, X Purrely Happiness or something, and then put in like a second Plump. Like, I mean, maybe that's not bad. And of course, this here is just for like Assembled Night Blue attack directly, Downward Zeus. So that's what that's there for. And then with this hand, we only have Simple Skeleton. Simple Skeleton isn't as good to have as some of the other ones, I guess. We can't really excavate or anything here. But we can still do all of our Purrely stuff just fine. We have 3 different memories, so that goes hard. And we can add another memory for later, or we can try to add for Purrely Yeep, which is fine, I guess. Alright, and then here we have Harp Horror, Memory, and we also have Girsu. So we can obviously just normal summon Girsu, and we can discard Harp Horror, and then we can do our full, like, full Orcust combo, I guess. So all you need for, like, an Orcust combo, realistically, is all you need to do is you need Harp in Graveyard, and then you do, like, well, not a full combo? I mean, I guess that's enough to do a combo, right? So, like, in theory, if we send Orcust Harp Horror, we can special summon Girsu from our deck, right? And then Girsu can go ahead and send either, well, actually, 100% of the time you should send Orcust Nightmare. So we send Orcust Nightmare, and then we can send another guy. So we're either sending Orcust Simple Skeleton, or we send World Wand. But in this case, we only have, like, Harp Horror. So I believe we want to send World Wand off of this, right? Yeah, Dark Machine. So you can send this, okay. So World Wand, and then World Wand would special summon back either Orcust Nightmare or Harp. So I think Nightmare is a little bit better. I don't remember if that was exactly the case, but we special summon back Orcust Nightmare, and then we will have Girsu and Nightmare on the field. We can then make Galatea, and then we can make well, we don't make anything, right? Necessarily, but we can add either Orchestrated Babble or Orcust Crescendo. And we can do that by putting back our banished Harporer into the deck. And Nightmare should be in the graveyard. So next turn we can use Orcust Nightmare effect. Or if we go ahead and grab Babble and make, like, for example, we need one more body, I believe, to actually link off our copy of Dingirsu if we go Dingirsu, right? So we're one body short of that. But then if we do, like, somehow link off our Dingirsu, probably for like a Galatea or something. Galatea is usually fine. But you could do something like IP Masquerena, I guess, as well. And then you can do Unicorn next turn, like IP Unicorn. That's alright. But anyways, next turn what we can do is we can activate the effect of Orcust Nightmare to dump Orcust Symbol Skeleton and then Symbol Skeleton effect to special summon Dingirsu. Pretty simple there. And this is a long-ass grind game, like, because you'll just keep recycling stuff. And yeah. There's also this nasty Zeus play, just locked and loaded. So the thing this list specifically has going for it is it has a lot of consistency and a lot of grind game. And it has more than one line to go through, so if you were to, for example, like, not in this hand, but the other hand, if, for example, well, even in this hand, since we discard Nightmare, actually, there's no monster on the field, so discarding Nightmare doesn't do it here. We need a monster. Let's look. So, if in case your opponent actually, like, for example, imperms your Girsu here, or normal summon Girsu, you still have Purrely Pretty Memory to try to go through with your Purrely line. See how much we can do with this. I'm not completely sure how much you can do, actually. I haven't labbed out Purrely enough to know how much you do with Purrely, but this hand does quite a bit. So here we can just discard Called by the Grave, or like Infinite Impermanence, Ash Blossom, it doesn't really matter. But we normal summon Girsu, special summon the token, and then that's like full combo. And we can just continue from there later, but then go through our Purrely stuff first. We always want to go through our Purrely stuff first with this list, I guess, because we'll get Dark Locked otherwise. Which does matter because the rank 2s are not Darks. So let's see, does this do anything? When you activate a Purrely Quick Play spell card, you can attach that card on the field to discard its material, then you return one spell trap your opponent controls to the hand. And then this one, change battle position. This one, banish a monster on the field until end phase. So let's see, Pretty Memory is this one. Change battle position of one monster your opponent controls. And then, does that really do it? I don't think I would necessarily want to do that one. But then, if we have to discard another hand card, we could do that. Doesn't really matter. Just checking. If we were to run, like, the concern with running Purrely that I had personally was that I'm not sure I would be able to excavate a Purrely card consistently. So let's just do the next three, like 1, 2, 3. 2 of them, okay. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Purrely Yeep, 1, 2, 3. That's 2 cards to pick from. 1, 2, 3. That's a Happy Memory. 1, 2, 3. I guess running Purrely, like one of Purrely, is probably doable. It's not a big issue to do so. So, maybe I misjudged, right? Apparently, excavating 3, I usually hit one of these. I guess I am running a lot of them. a lot of Purrely cards, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have a pretty high probability of getting any of them. Actually 13. And if I hit any of them, I can at least use one of them as a discard for the Purrely cards. So the small issue with this list right now that we can easily fix is just that, like, sometimes you really run out hand cards. And you might have to, like, throw your infinite impermanence out, so that's an easy fix. So we just do that and boom. Instead of summoning Purrely, we can now just summon Purrely. Once per turn during the main phase, you feel a Purrely quick play spell in your hand, special summon an XYZ monster from your extra deck that mentions that card. So I think we just mostly use this Purrely as like XYZ material to make Instant Blue Robin. It should be a little easier to make now that we have more Purrely main deck monsters, right? But we'll mostly be trying to go into like a Galatea, I guess, doing our Orcust line, and I guess that'll help when we need something to link off for like the second Galatea or like IP Masquerena, whatever we're making, I guess. And we'll be able to quick effect to add a card as well, so yeah, let's grab that. One of return should be not bad. Okay. And this should be pretty solid, just like this, and maybe we can like adjust ratios a bit, but otherwise, this is looking pretty fine, and 43 should be nearly just as consistent, right? So I guess here we would discard Babel because we don't have any like of our Orcust stuff. So 1, 2, 3, and we hit my friend Purrely. Pretty memory. Purrely Yeep. I guess we might just add like Purrely Yeep here. I don't know, maybe. And then we have Purrely to add my friend if we want. Purrely, pretty memory as well. Do we want to play less copies of my friend Purrely? And more copies of maybe the other card? Sleepy Memory. Right now we're not running Sleepy Memory. The reason being for that is that I was slightly concerned in how this isn't mentioned on any of these guys, right? None of the cards mention Purrely Sleepy Memory. So I guess this effect to draw during your opponent's standby phase is not bad though. So if we're thinking about that, it's pretty good, right? But we're not playing like pure Purrely, so we won't see this card as much as we might like want to. So I think just not playing any copies or like maybe a one of would be okay. Like maybe we can just play 2 my friend Purrelys, but my friend Purrely allows me to search like any of these guys, and that will allow me to go into like the XYZs here, right? And if we get a good enough hand, I guess we'll probably be able to go into X Purrely Noir. Right now, it's not like super free to go into X Purrely Noir. But like, if we want to just go for it instead, we can go for Ensemble Robin, like if it looks like the play, right? I mean, here though, we would definitely, let's see. Here we would definitely like normal summon Girsu, summon the token, right? And then we can, okay. So maybe we'd need like a few more like link monsters in here. Like we can technically cut like X Purrely Happiness, I guess, and we don't 100% need to play assembled like Nightingale, but like in this hand we can definitely make like an assembled Nightingale and then go like Downward Zeus, right? So that's look good. And I don't know for sure if we want to run like 3 Galatea or if like 2 would be enough. So decisions, I guess. I do think running 2 Girsu is pretty important, and 1 of Long Girsu is good, so, this will have a little bit of thinking required, and even then, we could reasonably cut like one Galatea for IP Masquerena, so we can do like IP make Longirsu, and then we can, if our opponent did not play around the Longirsu zone, we can use Longirsu's effect here to send a linked monster your opponent controls to the graveyard. So just send a card to the graveyard. So that makes sense to me. And yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.